officially politically incorrect. It's a news day. Let me call this Kader to hear how far are we with him joining the politics, if he had made a decision. Mchana, how are you?
Hello.
Hello, how are you? I'm good. Man, what the rumor, man? There are lots of rumors flying, and those rumors, I'm hearing that your color was red. Remember when you were here, we spoke about your most likely colors, and I thought you were going green. And please, can you expand it for us?
Very great. But all this, the ANC, the EFF, and the MK, they all share the same colors, because even now I'm confused, because even the MK has, the EFF has green.
I agree with you.
Listen.
So
I don't think that I'm asked a certain question and then I answer only to find out I'm answering an opposite.
Okay, tell me your political affiliation. Break the news for us.
No, it was just a conscious decision that I took time to think about it, and I joined the Economic Freedom Fighters without expecting anything in return, no financial incentive, etc., but on my own free will. And I'm not thinking and looking for any special treatment, but be like any other comrade in the movement.
Okay, but why so long? You've been with the Economic Freedom Fighters very closely for a long time, but why this conscious move to officially and formally join them as a member?
I think it was very cold outside alone at times, although that we've been close with others and that are in the movement. But I took time to process things because I didn't want to be affiliated for some other punitive reasons, as you know, one will inform you that you know that I'm a traveler, an international traveler. So due to that, I was still trying to make a research and understand that it won't impact my work and other things, you see. But it won't. But I liked the way that I would just write and be able to criticize anyone at any given time, you see, whether we agree with each other, we see eye to eye. So just now I just decided that, okay, no, I'm tired of that. So let me just be active, because even if I work, I do anything for the society currently, no one will see the impact, you see, because I'm doing it alone. But now inside the movement, it's easy, and you'll be able to see the work that you do. You'll be able to see the results of one's work that is done, you see, in the community, in the society, and South Africa at large.
Melisizwe, you are a character that is very controversial. You do know that I told Hanki that I doubt if he will survive in the MK. And I want to attribute the same to you, that I doubt you'll find a space to maneuver because of a political character you are in the Economic Freedom Fighters. Any response to that?
I'm not looking for a space to survive. I'm looking for a space just to work. I'm already alive. There's no position that I'm looking for. There's nothing that I'm looking for. I'm just a member, ordinary member, that has to do anything voluntarily like any other comrade. I'm not looking for any position. It's not like I'm looking for maneuvering or get any position, you see.
What specifically made you to choose EFF as opposed to ANC or MK, because they are, by agreement, you and I, we agree that they are spear organizations, they are our revolutionary organizations, they are the biggest parties that we as African people belong to in South Africa. Why particularly did you choose a party that dominates red color?
No, I'm not sure how to respond to such, but ideologically and otherwise and politically, I agree with their stance. Never mind some other differences that have happened before, but I've never had differences, but never mind other things. But ideologically, I believe it's growing, at least for young people. At least the voice of us as young people, it's one party that identifies and speaks to the black, marginalized, downtrodden, the landlessness of young people of the country also at large.
The last time you were here, we spoke about Dr. Quintin Ndlozi, and of course, a week in politics is a very long time. It seems like it's ages ago when you were here at the podcast. What do you make of him going into the media, mainstream media?
He's educated, he's very smart. I think one will learn a lot from him. Yes, that's what. Nothing much.
Okay, do you see him, his departure, do you see it as betrayal that he left under controversial means, or it doesn't mind, it doesn't bother you, it's all fine?
It's all fine, but I don't want to discuss departures that I was not part of, and I was not even in the movement at the time that it happened. I came after.
Okay, so what in particular would you, because I know this question, every time I ask people who are crossing floors, it seems as if I'm pushing them to choose a position, and I want to qualify it by, this question is not meant for you to pick a position. I'm merely asking you, let's say for example the 7 cardinal pillars would be something very interesting for our people. Which one would you want to pursue? For example, to say this one is a key interest, or this one I think if I'm given opportunity to lead this one, I'll be most effective.
On the 7 cardinal pillars of the EFF, non-negotiable 7 cardinal pillars.
Yes.
But the most important one is the land.
Yeah, you
when
want
you talk about the land, very important, because one must know that it is the land that gives makes us being able to eat. The wealth comes from the land. Everything comes from the land. The nationalization also of mines and banks and strategic sectors of the economy is important. Mm-hmm. There's no certain cardinal pillar that one can say, no, this is the one that I want, because all the 7 cardinal, non-negotiable 7 cardinal pillars of the EFF speaks to everyone, more especially when you're black, you see.
Yeah.
There's no one that is better than another one. They are very important, all the 7 cardinal pillars.
No,
From the massive industry, massive development, open accountability, corrupt, everything is important. Nationalization of mines, free, quality education, healthcare, they are all important. So I don't want to say one is better than another.
Yeah, this year the fighters are taking to the streets. They are going to the picket lines. They started last night with a place called Zanzu in Hatfield, Pretoria, Janshoba Street. So this is where they took their mission serious, to say they are vanguard of society. Have you seen that campaign? What do you feel about it, where African men were subjected to inhumane treatment, something akin to human trafficking? What is your stance on that, and what do you feel, and what can you encourage comrades who are on the ground of the EFF?
I would say forward to the struggle. let's continue fight, but I won't go to detail of something that I haven't seen on media because I've switched off my phone since the whole day yesterday due to punitive reasons. I didn't want to get many calls.
Melisizwe Mandela, thank you very much for taking our calls. Anything you want to say in closing?
No, it's a great pleasure, my brother.
Thank you very much.
I will continue.
Eitada Ola, show fighter. That is Melisizwe Mandela. He seems not sure where did he make the choice willingly. When he was here, I have to admit, I guessed wrong. I thought he was going to MK, and he said he did not want to disclose where he was going. By the way he was speaking, I thought I was reading his mind and reading between the lines. It seems like he was hell-bent on going to join MK. But, well, I was wrong. And he has chosen his political home as EFF. What do you make of it? Tambo was asked in few interviews that what does he feel being a Tambo, joining EFF. I think these young guys are undeterred. The struggle for economic emancipation comes as a generational mission. So they are the young ones. So the EFF represents a political stance that says, you guys got us here, but you are tired and you gave up the fight. We are picking the spear, we are continuing. Political freedom, yes, but economic freedom comes first, and we want to achieve it in our lifetime. That's the ideology behind the EFF. And by the way, I think only a few people misrepresent this. The economic freedom fighters as an ideology comes from Galaga Estate, I think 2012, where that last conference where Sindiso Magaka came in as the Secretary General of MK Youth, Bello Floyd, man, as ANC Youth League in Galaga Estate. So that economic freedom, they wanted it while they were still in the ANC, and when Jacob Zuma cut the throat of the EFF, they championed it outside ANC. So it's not a selling out position, it's a position that has been consistent with our people. So they labeled it economic freedom in our lifetime. The other day I spoke about how COPE, when they moved away from ANC, they moved with Congress of the People, drawing from 1955 Kliptown, where they gathered people and they spoke and they did that preamble that now sits in the at 106 of 108 of the 1996 Constitution of South Africa, the preamble that South Africa belongs to all who live in it. Of course, that created another breakaway in the Azanians, who thought, as PAC, this land belongs to us. Let's not sugarcoat it by saying it belongs to all who work it. And then to MK, Umkhonto Wesizwe took away from the ANC the name, and they called it Umkhonto Wesizwe Party, because there's Umkhonto Wesizwe Military Wing, then there's Umkhonto Wesizwe Veterans, military veterans. So all these people, all these parties, they represent African people. That's why I keep telling you that the three spear organizations, they will always be a home for African people. They will always be a home, because just look at the statistics. They will tell you 3 of them, they command 66% of the national vote. If you combine them, ANC dropped to they say it's a sub 40, but generally as a people we have not lost much, because you combine the 3 spear organizations, we're at 66%. What do you think of it? I spoke to, almost called him comrade, Professor Sipho Siepe at UNISA, and I said, I'm disappointed as an African person that these three spear organizations who told us they love us, who told us they want something, and that something is land. All three of them tell us that. They've got 66%. That 66% is enough because, I mean, you are talking about the PAC, you are talking about ATM, who could come in and consolidate that 66% that they already have. Because even if they don't come, they are pashas, they are Mnander. So that absolute majority that they have, African people, they can give us the land that they promised us. All of them, they told us they love this land and they can bring it. They can go there with their 66% and say to anyone, whoever wants South Africans to have land, here's 66%, but they will not. And let me tell you where it even goes. We've got a charter signed by the Progressive Alliance in Parliament. And that charter, if they could have a meeting and call Fikile Mbalula to come and sit at that meeting to agree amongst each other to say who must become the person who we're going to rally behind to give us land, that thing is doable. But to answer, Professor Sipho Siepe has told me that these people are not self-funding. They are funded by someone. And he who pays the piper selects the tune. Something in that line. Mashani Political Incorrect, let me leave it at that. You make of your own mind. And what do you think, especially that a Mandela? Look, let's treat Melisizwe as a Mandela. We consider him as a Mandela. What do you make of a Mandela joining EFF instead of remaining in the ANC? Thank you, Mashani Political Incorrect.